Hello everyone, it's Osmarty here, and welcome back to Rising Angels Reborn. We are going to continue with exactly where we left off, and after we had left off, we had just found an audio log from the researcher on the second planet. So let's continue. We have it. Though our blood may soak these dunes, my god, do we have it. I can hear the howls in the background, not feline. A guttural? They're hard to hear over the sounds of shifting sands. Though we pay the ultimate price, we have it. We have the key to the entire universe. Though my team has given their lives in pursuit of this, I am now the caretaker of the universe. Blood. It draws them near. I don't have much time left in this world, but I'll do what must be done. I'll be the patron saint that they demand I become. Nobody will be able to stop what I am about to do. I've taken the step to the heavens with no challenge from the masses. I do this for everyone. I do this for everyone. I do this for everyone. The universe is in my hands. The garbled, pained tone fades to static. The universe is in his hands. Did the researchers truly find a weapon of mass destruction? I can only presume so. What are we going to do? What can we do? We need to finish up our investigation for any additional clues. Every second we sit here twiddling our thumbs, that mad scientist is running rampant with a device that we know nothing about. No key of the universe should be out there and not be accounted for. First, I'm hasty, now I'm slow. There are times and places for both. This is not the time to be slow or hesitant. Soul, what if we aren't understanding this? What if there is something bigger than... What is bigger than this? I don't know. One datapad doesn't give us a guaranteed path to our objective. This little recording is nothing more than speculation. We can afford 5 minutes to ensure we do this right. I'm not going to win this, am I? Alright, I wanted to confirm that there are no other computers on this camp anyway. We should find some here. I doubt it. The messages confirm my suspicions that whoever we are chasing doesn't want anyone to know what they are pursuing. And why would they leave this message? Why do criminals leave any sort of messages? They want their pursuers. The message doesn't give us any more knowledge than the person that is dangerous. I'm going to do a full and detailed investigation of the campsite. With your permission or not, I'm not going to be hasty. So Lieutenant Starr's dead parents are worth being risky, but I'm trying to prevent mine from dying isn't worth the same value? A mutt is worth more than me? Back to the shuttle. The heat is screwing with your mind. Whatever. Maybe it is messing with mine as well. I can barely keep the sweat out of my eyes. My water intake isn't keeping up. Major Brunford would be screaming at me right now. I'll be quick, yeah. I will fix everything. Nothing, absolutely nothing, just like before. I pull myself into the limited shade of a ravaged tent. Who cares about the stupid radio? I should have just brought another liter of water or two. The racist grump is still sitting in his nice, climate-controlled shuttle. Lousy jerk. This would be so much faster if he would just apologize to me and help out. You don't look so good. Your face is all red. Just a bit of a headache. That's no good. Here. Zuri tosses me a worn leather bota. I run my finger over the fraying stitching and scuffed brown leather. This canteen has been through a few beatings. I made it when I was still a hatchling. A wandering elder showed me how to make it really strong and tough, just like me. Crafting. Odd hobby for a warrior. You have to learn how to make your own when you are a warrior. You don't always have what you need in the heat of battle. So non-combat related skills have their place when you are a warrior. You're not going to give up on trying to claim you are a warrior, are you? Not until you realize the truth. And I won't stop until you see the truth. I take a few swigs of cool, refreshing water. Even little boons that are like this enough to keep me going. Find anything? Only this. I toss Soul's discovery to her. While she plays it, I distract myself by watching shifting sands. I don't need to hear the dire warning again right now. That's life, I suppose. Just like these shifting sands, everything seems to be in a constant movement. I'm having a hard time keeping up. The winds of fate seem to be blowing everything around me, never leaving the truth uncovered for long. But there is no wind here, now that I think about it. What could be shifting? Zuri, you said you didn't feel anything in the air, right? Nope. What about the ground? Slight tremors. I figured they were. Where are Captain Moonfollow and Lieutenant Starr? Over by the... Sharp, piercing scream breaks the moment of dread in my heart. Too slow, too late. Captain Moonfollow! Stay here. I can help. Trust me, stay here. Jeez. Don't want our character to die, but we can't let our partners die, so we're gonna go and help. We need to help them out. Let's go. Stay put. No, I am in charge of this operation. I'm helping. Looks like Commander Ratuna is gonna add insubordination to the charges. Before I have the chance to understand what she meant by that, Zuri swings her tail and sends me flying off my feet and into the sand. How dare she? I try to scramble on my feet and grab her, but she's already on the move towards the source, screaming. Like a speeding bullet, Zuri is skimming over the sand dunes. Her speed is something I could never match. Her boots look like they aren't even touching the ground. Wait, they aren't. In a heartbeat, I understand why she was the only one who could do this. Whatever is under those shifting sands would have me dead without a fight. Why didn't I think about that? Why am I not reacting fast enough? Why am I not understanding enough? I want to blame this heat, but I know the real answer is in my head. If I can't help, what use am I here? No, I refuse to think like that. There has to be something I can do. Yank my radio out of my pack. Soul, come in. What, tired of chasing after nothing? It's going to pay me to say this, but not nearly as bad as Faye or Kika died because of my lack of judgment. You're right, we have bigger issues right now to worry about. There's something moving under the sand I think it attacks Moonfollow and Star. Roger, I'm running the takeoff checklist right now. Where are they? Zuri took off to save them. Godspeed to her. Get on board. Not until they are here. I'm not having this fight. Get on the shuttle. I'm not moving until I have my entire team here. Call me stupid, but nobody is getting left behind on my watch. Roger. In the distance, I can see where it appears to be a wild storm of sand blowing towards me. At the head of its desperate, Zuri with Faye and Kika under her arms. Needs to go. Those things chug along at a super fast pace. Kika. Faye, what are those things? Faye's eyes are closed. At the torso under her uniform is stained with the dark red fluid of her blood. Numerous cuts and claw marks to decorate her. We need to get her to Dr. Nelson now. Soul, we need to go now. I may have killed her. My xenobiologist roommate might have just paid the price for not keeping my head in the game. Jeez. Kika, get the doctor now. Soul. Soul, I need you. Just like that, he's gone. He abandoned me when I needed him to help me get through this. Zuri has been doing her best to give Faye aid without our emergency kits. But the blood... More than once, I almost lost my lunch. I had to hide away in the cockpit with a silent soul. Kika, I need you to put pressure on this wound. Kika? She's going to die if you don't help. Right. I can do this. That's right, we need you. We need our hero navigator Star. She's my minion. They expect this from me. Right? Here. Right there. Mr. Pusille! Tell me when you run off like that, Soul. Kika wasn't focused and we didn't have time to waste. Just like now. Time to prove our worth, Colonel. You see, you keep telling me that you always keep you around for situations like this. Situation happened, do something. Have you stabilized the bleeding? I'm trying. These things have some sort of venom in their claws. I'm having a hard time. Alas, our antivenom supply is drastically small. There's little I can do to aid her. What about that box? Never mind. What box? Perhaps our lovely quartermaster means our most recent shipment of medicines. Perhaps she is right, and there just may be enough for our dear Lupit friend. There better be. I also want a full report on what was contained in that box. And you think ill of me at a time like now? No matter. Come, let us take her to my lab. Major Pusille, I want a full report. Commander, there isn't a lot of time. We need to send the ship in pursuit of the shuttle whose route we tracked earlier. And have Major Tenzin take care of it. I'll waive the safety regulations about being strapped in. I want to know what happened down there. Kika, I need to tell you. You need to tell Al all the coordinates to follow. Are you sure you can handle that? Of course I can. Leave everything to me. Report to the bridge as soon as you are done. I want your story as well. Bridge, now. How am I going to explain this? We don't know. Jeez. It happened really fast. My cord. That recording was the only thing you found down there? Yes, ma'am. I did a thorough sweep of the site and did not find anything else of value. Just like the previous site, everything had been striped of information. 2 hours at the ground site. And that was all you were able to discern? Yes, ma'am. I heard tales about how SITO were masters at discovering even the most hidden truth. This performance is not living up to those standards. Yes, ma'am. Did you take the photographs of either ground site for later study? Of course not. Major Lucille, did you ensure that your security officer had performed her checks to ensure the safety of my crew? Oh, now she is my security officer. I did. We ensured that all protective measures were taken. So you let Captain Moonfollow out of your line of vision? She was within shouting distance and had Lieutenant Starr with her. How could I have foreseen this? Correct. You made all the right choices out at the start. When you heard from this recording that they had been attacked, did you attempt to report to notify them? That is my fault, Lieutenant. Ma'am. So? I was agitated with Major Lucille and started a fight with her. She was going to notify Captain Moonfollow, but I pulled her away from it. The error in judgment resides with me. Don't let him lie to you. I was the one who cared more about finding more clues. They're both wrong, Commander. I just watched them fight instead of doing anything to break it up. We've all screwed up equally. As the ranking officer in charge of this operation, I bear all responsibility for what happened out there. Major, you will learn as you command that there are times when you could have prevented a catastrophe. Hindsight will always be perfect. You screwed up today in a way that could have been prevented. Let your emotions drive you and let your guard down. Captain Moonfollow had to pay for that mistake. But mistakes happen. Learn from them. Tell me, what happened to Captain Moonfollow? I can explain that. By all means. Faye was investigating some wildflower she had noticed on the fringes of the camp. The pup thought it was really strange because it was the only flora she had found. What were you doing? Thinking. Both of your guards were down, and you were outside of vision range of Lieutenant Missouri. I'm sorry. We thought everything was safe. Bearing. I'm sorry if my bearing isn't rock hard right now. I'm a little shook up. 1 minute I'm staring off into space, the next there was this things leaping out of the sand. They were like large fish with stingers grafted on their tails. These long, curved, ghastly things reminded me of the night sky. They were on top of Faye before I could do anything. I tried to beat them off of Faye. They just swarmed all over her. I beat them, I hit them, but they just kept coming. It meant something, right? She might have been gravely injured, but I saved her life. We will see in time. Lieutenant Missouri, does that match any of your impressions of them? Swarms was the best way to describe them. I think the campsite was on top of their nest. Would they have been used as a defense for intruders set up by the researchers? I don't think so. I think they were meant to protect whatever the researchers uncovered. Like a thunderstorm. Could these have been the defenses against intruders? The idea is bleak, but strangely reassuring. There should have been tougher defenses if the device was truly dangerous. The calm in Rasuna's face tells me that she is in the same conclusion. Are either of you injured? Like they could hurt me. A couple of scratches, nothing serious. Your stingers didn't get me, so no poison to worry about. All of you except Lieutenant Missouri return to duty. We will need all hands to prepare for whatever awaits us at our destination. Where is it, ma'am? Deep space. No known worlds out there. We are jumping into the depths of darkness. Our supplies are limited, so I am ordering us to move to Rat 2. I've survived on ration level 2 before. I don't like it. Smaller portions, nothing wasted. You messed up. Completed the objective. You can do better next time. Dismissed. Yes, ma'am. Sir, let's stop by my lab before I walk you back to your room. I want to take a look at your wounds. You're going to experiment on me, are you? Perhaps. There might be information on these things came from if there was a genetic weapon. I was kidding. That's why you don't joke about those sorts of things around Natalie. I'll remember that. Sure you will. Let's get back to the bridge, Star. Maybe you will want to hear about how you beat down those swarms of mutant fish. Fine. Have fun playing doctor. Let's go, Zuri. Here you are. Going to take a nap? Not until I've had a look at your wound. Nat, the mad scientist. Here I am, trying to make sure you're happy and healthy, and you're trying to escape from it. What if those wounds contain poison? I don't know. Take me to stand? I've started to suspect that our good doctor might be trying to pocket medical supplies on the side. I'd rather be the one to inspect your wounds. Me too. He's very nice to me, but he always asks the strangest questions. What sort of questions? I don't know. He doesn't ask them to me anymore. After a month or so, he just stopped caring about me or my existence. That's probably for the best. Where were you cut? My hand. Don't worry, I'm fine. Stop glaring at me, please. Hand out. No. Don't make me get a sedative from the doctor. I'm not letting you get away without an inspection. If you insist. I am. You saved Kika and Faye today. A legendary warrior like yourself deserves the best treatment possible. I did. I saved them. Were you impressed? Very. You're not mad about me having to hit you with my tail, right? I try to be very careful. Normally people slap other people. People slap the other person when they aren't being logical. Your tail had a lot more force. Sorry. Don't apologize. If I would have went with you, those things would have torn me apart. You saved my life today. Almost broke my arm in the process, but you did. While she's distracted with thoughts of being a valiant warrior, I take her coarse hands to mine. Despite her protest earlier, I can see her hand was sliced up pretty bad. I can see trace amounts of liquid other than blood in her hand. With a small vial and rubber gloves, I gather up as much of liquid-infused blood as I can. I don't remember reading about many animals that leave notable amounts of venom in their victim. What is it? I'm not quite sure. I want to have it analyzed, though. You don't appear to be showing any signs of contamination, but tell me immediately if you start feeling funny. Knock, knock. Not that kind of funny. That was actually pretty clever. On closer inspection, I can see the slice where there was right word for it. These cuts are clean and deep. How Zoe manages to go on without wincing as I clean up the wounds is remarkable. Why would a wild beast be able to claw someone in such a perfectly straight and precise manner? This is most peculiar. Go test it. I can see it in your eyes. You really want to go test it. Not until I finish bandaging up your hand. Don't you need to focus on, I don't know what I need right now. Just let me help. There. DCC? All better. Come on. I want to know what is bugging you. I want to know how you aren't moaning and groaning. Those were some deep cuts. These little scratches are nothing. I've gotten roughed up a lot worse. I guess all that physical training has its perks. I walk over to my identifier and pour the fluid into the mixture. Since we are in shift, heading for its furthest reaches of space, I'm not going to be able to use the database. I'm going to have to hope this is common toxin. Yeah, that will happen. A mutant creature of some far-off world isn't going to be... What's that light? It's fun. I hope to read about it expecting to see an error. No, it's a result. Try Texa. Quadrexodon. Is a toxin designed by the Ratland Empire. It's lethal to Lupita and Kitsune in nearly 65% of its direct contact cases. Most symptoms include paralysis, short-term memory loss, and, depending on the dose, rapid death. It works on a cellular level by preventing the exchange of oxygen and CO2. Against non-Lupita and non-Kitsune, it has a very little effect. Most people don't show any effects, even after having a direct exposure of considerable quantities. It seems like a strange thing for a mutant desert fish to excrete. Perhaps not. These cuts were too clean to be natural. Computer, how many matches do I have for Ratland genetic weapons that match Lieutenant Zuri's descriptions? Checking with database of known Ratland genetic weapons. Description matches 3 potential candidates. The Empire did this. Why would they attack scientists? They wanted the weapon for themselves, obviously. Still, something here doesn't make sense. Why would you attack the scientist with such a strange weapon if you already knew the location? One of the most important rules of warfare is to know your opponent. Whoever they wanted to kill was a Lupita or a Kitsune. Maybe we are thinking about this in the wrong way. Nothing in the researcher's audio log suggests that the creatures who attacked him were fish-like. This isn't going out on a limb. What if the Ratlins arrived after the scientists? They could have killed the researchers and stolen their data. That would explain why we couldn't find any information. The last researcher managed to escape with the weapon with the Imperials in pursuit. Our friendly little fishies were meant to prevent us from following them any further. They knew we were coming and made a move to stop us. How could they jam our attempts at understanding? They didn't know we were coming. They knew? The spy. The spy on board has been forwarding all of our information to allow the Ratlins a chance to beat us at the punch. I need to talk to Faye before our insidious foe can get to her. She knows something so important that it was worth making sure she died on the planet instead of me. Who would try to kill Faye? Faye's harmless. What sort of sick mind would attack the innocent? Someone who knew our coordinates, with direct access to my lab at one point, who has never had an alibi, who could have bait Faye into a trap. The only person who fits all this is Kika. She wouldn't try to kill her friend, would she? Pride can make people do terribly stupid things. Don't you believe Kika? It is my job to question assumptions until I can determine the truth. You must lead a really sad life, huh? Sad. I guess it is a little sad. Trust is a commodity that I can't afford to have if I want to find the truth. Trust is something I can't have. I never thought about it like that. I always thought I would have to be fighting legions of evil across the galaxy, finding the villains and thwarting them with ease. I never thought I'd have to think ill about a heartbroken kitsune who's lost their parents. I never thought I'd look suspiciously at a man who ran every day with me to improve my fitness scores. Hey, I'm there for you. Don't look so sad. I'm not sad. Okay, if you are, you can always talk to me. I might not understand everything, but I can always be there to give you a sympathetic shoulder. It's nice to know. I'll get you back to your room before the commander starts asking. Yell if you need me. No door will stop me from helping you thwart the true culprit. Yes, sir. Her soft green eyes twinkle with happiness, and I can feel a little bubble of joy bloom in my heart. Knowing I have someone supporting me, even if she's gotten crazy misconceptions of honor and pride, gives me hope. If I can find the culprit, find the researcher, and his weapon, stop everything, nobody will suspect her anymore. It's weird. I'm considering Zuri's happiness more important priority than my promotion. I must be feeling sick or too tired to evaluate this situation better. Still, I like this warm, fuzzy feeling in my heart. Alright, well, we're going to stop this episode here, and we will continue with it next time. So, bad stuff happened today. We almost lost our Flora Expector, and that kind of sucks. And Kika might be the traitor. So, let's find out in the next episode, shall we? So, if you like that, leave a like. If you don't, well, that's just your opinion. So, thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next video. Bye-bye.